I've never been a director, but I'm sure this is every director's dream to have such an amazing cast come together. And I read it was Eddie's idea. So how did you manage to like get the rest of the pieces of the puzzle?
I mean, when you have Eddie Murphy and Ben Stiller, it's not too hard to go get great actors, and the script came out great, and when you have a great story that has great characters, you usually end up getting all these great actors.
And I was telling you earlier, I think a few years ago you were on our show, on the morning show, you were talking about how you were working on this new comedy with comedians about this heist.
Yeah,
and
this is it.
I'm thinking,
and then it came true.
I know it did come true. And then you were saying, I didn't know it was Eddie's idea. So what did he do? He just called you up and said,
no, we were talking about doing Beverly Hills Cop, and Eddie's got so many great ideas for movies, and he pitched me the movie. And I just said, this is such a great thing. Let's go try to make this. And it took a long time to do it because it's not easy.
So why you could have done it anywhere? Why'd you pick New York?
Well, I wanted to make the quintessential kind of New York heist movie. I grew up watching these great New York heist movies, and I just thought, okay, New York as a character is so cool.
And you got some help from Donald Trump, I hear?
Donald Trump definitely helped us. He helped us get the buildings, and we used his garage for the building, and the roof of the building, and that that's our hero building back there, and it was so cool to shoot on Columbus Circle. Without his help and without his access, we couldn't have been able to pull off what we pulled off.
I'm surprised there was no cameos from him. I was like, if Donald Trump helped, I'm surprised. I'm just shocked. And I have a question. Someone was asking outside about the car hanging.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I was just eavesdropping because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
They were talking about it. Is it like green screen kind of
stuff? No.
Or?
We actually hung the car off. We built the top 4 floors of the actual real building on stage. So instead of doing it green screen or CGI where you kind of fake it and you just put them in a car and then they pretend like they're hanging there, we actually hung them upside down off 4 stories of the building. So the building was in the background, and then we had the sky, and they were just hanging off the building, which is why it felt so real. That's why people were like, how do they do that? Because it was done mostly in camera.
All right, so when you've done you've had a lot of successful action comedies and stuff. So for a movie like this, when you've had big names, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, but you have Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller, Matthew Broderick. Is it more pressure to deliver? Because I'm saying I saw the movie, I laughed I wouldn't believe. I expected to laugh, but not that much.
Yeah.
And people were clapping at the end of the screening.
Oh, great.
And they clapped, and I cried, not because I just cried because I didn't get the money, but I didn't get a package in the mail, which is fine. But do you feel more pressure when it's like names like these and you expect it to deliver?
I always expect, I think it's pressure, but the more pressure, the better I work. I do better, the more pressure. But yeah, this movie, it took years to launch, and Eddie, I'm working with my hero. It was the ultimate for me, so yeah.
I grew up in Africa, and it's like everyone. They call me Princess Zamunda because I come into America. Because everyone knows everywhere in the world.
You look like the girl that he married.
Okay, you know what? It's not even funny.
Is that your sister?
No, it's not my sister.
Your mom?
No, it's not my mom. Oh, I don't look like her. I wish
you do.
Really? Stop.
The girl that he married that barked like a dog.
No, he didn't marry her. He married Lisa.
No, I know. No, the girl that he was supposed to marry.
Oh, really think I look like her?
Yeah, I know. You're more pretty.
Really? Stop. Say that again.
Much more beautiful. She's much more beautiful.
So let's talk about the rest of the characters. You have Gabby Sidibe, you have Matthew Broderick. Alan Alda? He's so cool.
He's the coolest.
And my mom was like, say hi to the MASH guy. I'm like, yeah, I'll say hi to the MASH because that's what this is about. I didn't. But what was it? How did those, because you have your main characters, and how did you decide? Did you have to audition certain people for certain roles? Or
no, I just knew I wanted a guy, some people I knew. Matthew Broderick didn't audition, Alan Alda didn't audition. I don't think Casey auditioned. I don't even think Gabby auditioned. Oh. I just envisioned it. I just knew. I didn't know if they were going to have this chemistry, but they did, and it was fantastic.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can I audition now?
Yeah.
Thank you,
great.
sir.
What part of Africa are you from?
I'm Nigerian.
Wow.